We are better than everyone. Our music is better than. We're better at everyone else at taking the American ideals of greed and unfettered capitalism.
한국인 한 명이 인도네시아를 모욕하고 인종차별하는 일이 발생했습니다.
Dan ya sangat minta maaf tentang hal ini.
Aku sangat maaf ya, tidak akan jadi tantrum di Indonesia lagi. Sangat maaf. Aku orang gemuk dan jelek orang Korea.
And so, of course, all the Southeast Asian countries as a collective came together to all fight against South Korea. And honestly, they deserve that. Because I'm tired of KENAK's behavior. They're so stuck up, entitled, and rude.
Halo, apa kabar Sobat Mosa Story? Hari ini timeline kita panasnya bukan karena cuaca, tapi karena komentar. Ada oknum warga Korea yang berani senggol Indonesia dan Asia Tenggara. Komentarnya dianggap menghina dan bernuansa rasis. Netizen Indonesia, reaksinya bukan cuma cepat, tapi paket lengkap. Baru 10 menit upload, komentarnya sudah kayak diskon 11-11, rame dan tak terkendali.
So Southeast Asians are beefing with South Koreans, and as a South Korean, when I hear you guys say, oh, Koreans are racist, capitalist, greedy, class-obsessed, starved for white attention, Western attention, pick-me-shas, obsessed with money, obsessed with power, obsessed with climbing the political and social and work ladder. We consider ourselves supremacists. We are better than everyone. Our music is better than. We're better at everyone else at taking the American ideals of greed and unfettered capitalism and completely losing our souls. So much so that we have let our country be taken over by corporations and conglomerates that run. Corporations like Samsung and LG completely run the country and the nation. And that's why our presidents have always been crooks and criminals. And that's why some of them even unalive themselves and bringing witches into the blue house. You know what I say as a Korean? You're right.
안녕하세요. 지금 말도 안 되는 일이 발생하였습니다. 한국인 한 명이 인도네시아를 모욕하고 인종차별하는 일이 발생했습니다. 절대 있어서는 안 될 일이에요. 사과해야 합니다. 인도네시아를 사랑하고 좋아하고 인도네시아에서 살고 계신 분들도 많습니다. 왜 인도네시아를 욕하고 인종차별하는지 전혀 모르겠습니다. 그런 바보 같은 행동은 당장 멈추시고 지금 바로 사과해야 합니다. 저도 한국을 대신해서 대신 사과드린다고 말씀드리고 싶습니다. 인종차별은 절대 있어서는 안 될 일입니다. 지금 당장 사과하십시오.
Okay, so the whole Southeast Asian countries against South Korea right now, I literally learned about this like 40 minutes ago because I didn't know this was happening, but my friends were hitting me up all of a sudden and be like, hey, look at all these like videos in this news and like South Korea getting flamed on Twitter. I don't have Twitter, so I didn't know about that. So I looked up some videos to see what all the rage was about. And it's KENAK, so people who were born and raised in Korea and still live there and was born and raised in that society, KENAK, brought in like DSLR cameras into a Day 6 concert. Instead of apologizing for it, they went ahead and started attacking cyberbullying, which is like second nature to them. Southeast Asian countries online. And so, of course, all the Southeast Asian countries as a collective came together to all fight against South Korea. And honestly, they deserve that. Because I'm tired of KENAK's behavior. They're so stuck up, entitled, and rude.
This Korean and East Asian beef with Southeast Asians is fucked up and it needs to stop. First and foremost, I'm Korean and I want to apologize to any Southeast Asian person that's ever been disrespected because of their race by a Korean or East Asian person. I grew up arguing with my own family about some of my Southeast Asian friends, and I had to even defend my own friends against my family. So I know that that kind of racism could be prevalent. But I also have noticed that a lot of Southeast Asian people will meet someone Korean and automatically think that they hate them just because they're Korean. And all this weird ass superiority complex, inferiority complex shit needs to go. I see y'all on Twitter trading insults between each other that the white man made. Calling each other jungle Asian, small dick, all this shit. Like, what the fuck? Us Asians, we're supposed to link up and take this motherfucker over. Stop fighting each other. East Asian and Southeast Asians, we need to start loving each other, appreciate each other. Real shit. Let's fucking go.
Hi, please understand that I'm reading a script. This topic is so long and sensitive and emotional. The C versus Korea issue is trending right now, but I want to be very clear from the beginning. I'm talking strictly from the K-pop fan base perspective. This is not about defending a country and it's not about attacking other country. This situation starting at the Day 6 concert in Malaysia, a Korean fan who ran a fan account brought in a professional camera that was clearly banned by the organizers. In Malaysia concert, these rules enforced very strictly, so the first and undeniable fault lies with the Korean fan, no excuse. In Korea, fan cam often go viral, and sometimes entertainment company even indirectly commission fan content, but that doesn't mean it always allowed. In Korea too, many concerts ban camera, people get caught, warned, and removed. This behavior may be common, but it is not automatically acceptable. And the second problem began when some Malaysian fans filmed her face and uploaded it to Twitter. And criticism quickly shifted from rule violation to mockery and humiliation. Like, typical Korea girl, typical Korea woman, look at her face. Like, at the point, this was no longer about accountability, it became generalization. Korean fans apologize in Korean. She could have used the translator, but apologizing in one's native language can also be sincere. Yet the harassment didn't stop. Why not English? Look at her face. Eventually she deleted his account. At this point, the issue stopped being about bad manner. What started as one fan's mistake slowly turned into something else, like a human dignity issue. This is where the fight began to change. Then the situation escalated even further. Some Koreans responded by insulting Southeast Asian as a whole, mocking Indonesian girl group, and eventually some freaking crazy Korea account posted monkey images. This is so racist, no excuse, no debate. So right now, their fight. But here's something important. This isn't just about this incident. There is a broader structural problem in K-pop fandom culture today. It is not all people, but more and more, some fans believe the foreigner fans are kind and morally superior, while Korean fans are toxic or evil. They always obsess some Korea woman beauty standard. And some people added a few seconds of footage, slow it down, and claim Koreans are abusing idols. Some even pretended to be Korean just to spread hatred. This has become a pattern. Another disturbing pattern exists. Some fans passionately consume Korea male or Korea boy idol while showing extreme hostility toward Korea female or Korea girl idol. When this double standard is criticized, the criticism itself gets labeled as racism, and the conversation collapses again. At this stage, K-pop is no longer the real issue. K-pop become an excuse. People who already held misogynistic or racist views use this situation to openly unload their hater. And I also want to share something personal. In Tokyo, I booked a non-smoking hotel room. I was taken to smoking room instead. When I politely asked to change rooms, an Indonesia hotel worker man called me 조센징. That word is a slur. Racism exists everywhere, including Korea. That's why Koreans must also reflect racist language and thinking exist in Korea too. Often hidden behind joke or nationalism, the monkey image account did not appear out of nowhere. No matter which artist you support, no race or nationality deserves hater. Turning this into Korea versus Southeast Asia only create more harm. If my English wasn't perfect, I'm really sorry, and thank you for listening until the end.
Kalau kita lihat lebih dalam, drama ini sebenarnya klasik. Mulai dari konser, kamera bazooka, fan war, sampai bawa-bawa Asia Tenggara sekalian. Awalnya cuma soal aturan kamera di konser, tapi entah kenapa endingnya jadi, loh, kok jadi bahas budaya dan lumbung kadi? Asia Tenggara tuh unik. Kita boleh roasting sesama. Indonesia versus Malaysia, biasa. Filipina versus Thailand, biasa. Mobile Legends kalah, itu baru perang saudara. Tapi begitu ada orang luar yang coba-coba menghina, langsung kompak. Kayak Avengers, tapi versi makan nasi. Lucunya, ada yang bilang Asia Tenggara lumbung padi. Lah, kita memang lumbung padi. Bedanya, kita panen beras, bukan panen masalah. Jangan remehkan kawasan yang bisa debat soal K-pop pagi hari, tapi sore tetap makan bareng sambel.
Yo, so apparently Korea is beefing with all of Southeast Asia. And all this because some South Korean K-pop fans weren't allowed into some venue with professional grade cameras. But on behalf of Korean people, I am so sorry. I love Southeast Asia. I love Thailand, Vietnam, Philippines. I love you all. Because Southeast Asia has such good food, the people are great, the culture is awesome, there's lots of things to do, lots of places to go and see. And I bet the Koreans that were trolling Southeast Asia were those that have never been outside the country. So please don't ban Koreans from coming, because we love you guys. Let's settle the beef, forgive and forget. And let's just go out and eat together, because one thing we can all agree on is we love good food.
What is going on? Okay, so I'm 32, so I went to school in the very early 2000s, so it was a very different dynamic. This is mind-blowing because I'm Korean, okay? I'm Korean, but I grew up in California, and majority of my friends that I grew up with were Southeast Asians. So in high school, I was the only Korean girl, and there were 4 Korean boys, and that was it. And in elementary school and middle school, no one even knew what Korea was. They didn't know it was a country. When I pointed out on the map, they're like, that small country? Do you guys even have a computer? That's what they said. So for me, seeing how Korean people, those young Korean people acting on Twitter, I don't have Twitter though, but I just saw some. It's outrageous and just mind-blowing to me. What? Because when I was in high school, this is what I looked like without any plastic surgery. I still don't have any plastic surgery, but this is what I looked like. Bam. And the boys that I went to school with, well, they were all really tall and really good looking naturally. So not fair, but living through my high school years looking like that, I looked up to so many Southeast Asian girls because naturally they were so beautiful. They are so beautiful, and they were so smart. They're stinking smart. And the last thing was, they knew how to live. They were so kind to me. That's why I got to go to their house, eat lumpia, some tom yum soup, being the part of the family. Everything was just beautiful. Going to Jollibees together. So for me, instead of looking down on them, there were the people that I looked up to, especially the seniors, the Filipina girls. They were the it girls, and the Thai girls and Vietnamese girls, and the Filipino seniors and Vietnamese boys were fine. I almost did go out with one Filipino senior and a Vietnamese guy. But I couldn't. So me going through, what is Korea? Is that Japan? What is Korea? Do you guys even have a computer? To this? I mean, either way, both are not good because I felt so small growing up in America because no one knew where I was from. No one knew Korea. They kind of looked down on me. And now that K-pop and K-drama is so big, now Korean people are being cocky. This is like black people being racist. That always blows my mind. When black people discriminate, when black people are racist, it's like, how are you racist? I know that you didn't live in that historical time, but didn't you learn? Didn't you have a history education? And now seeing Korean people acting cocky when no one knew who we were a few years back? No. We need to be thankful that Southeast Asian girls and boys hang out with us and sometimes do look up to us because we have a great pop culture. But that doesn't give us the advantage or the right to look down on anyone. Do we even know their culture? Do we even know how wonderful people they are? Does Korean people even know who they are talking to? And Korean people think, well, let's say some, because trust me, not all of us are like this. Especially if you're on Twitter as a Korean, I don't hang out with you. Those closed-minded, full of hate kind of people, I'm just so embarrassed as a Korean. I am so sorry, everyone. I'm not the best person to talk on behalf of this because I grew up with Southeast Asian friends. But just me talking, okay, with my personal experience, you guys are gorgeous. I don't understand how a Korean people are calling Southeast Asian girls ugly. That is mind-blowing because they were the most beautiful girls that I grew up with that I wanted to be like. That gorgeous, beautiful skin, your eyes, the nose, everything about them was so voluptuous. Sorry for talking so much, but it's just because I'm trying to get this and understand whatever the hell is going on, because for me, this is crazy talk. Crazy talk. Maybe this is why people say never give an ugly man a chance. You know? Okay. You know, the K-pop stars, yes, they did it. But Korean men needs to realize that they're not them. Yes, Southeast Asian girls like Korean guys who are on stage who knows what's up. But you guys are not looking up at all the Korean men. The audacity? Excuse me? I don't know, girls. Please take me out of it. I'm 100% Korean, but take me out of this, please. So anyways, it's gonna take some time, but I just want to say you guys are beautiful. Will you be my friends? I always loved being part of it. Bye.
Halo semuanya, perkenalkan nama saya Muncul Kim dan saya orang Korea yang lagi tinggal di Indonesia. Pertama saya mau mengucapkan minta maaf dari lubuk hati paling dalam. Dan kemarin sebenarnya banyak orang-orang tulis komen dan nanya saya, gimana, kenapa orang Korea kayak gitu? Saya mau ngomong, itu komunitas Indo sarang itunya sangat minor, sangat yang kecil. Terus bukan semua orang Korea pikir seperti itu. Ya, saya sangat sedih dan misal nanti saya akan pasti janji, misal nanti ada orang yang omong kurang lebih seperti itu tentang Indonesia, saya pasti akan marahin sama dia, terus saya akan perbaiki pikiran dia. Pasti saya akan janji sama kalian juga. Oke, jadi saya mau sampaikan hal ini khususnya ke kalian yang nonton konten saya, dan ya sangat minta maaf tentang hal ini.
Aku cosplay dia hari ini. Semua orang Indonesia, aku sangat maaf ya, tidak akan jadi tantrum di Indonesia lagi. Sangat maaf Sangat maaf. Aku orang gemuk dan jelek orang Korea.
Setelah permintaan maaf itu muncul, suasana mulai adem. Dia bilang rasisme tidak bisa dibenarkan dalam kondisi apapun, dan itu poin pentingnya. Ini tindakan oknum, bukan satu negara. Indonesia dan Korea selama ini hubungannya baik. Banyak orang Korea tinggal di sini. Banyak orang Indonesia suka budaya Korea. Kita nonton dramanya, mereka makan Indomie. Seimbang. Di era media sosial, satu komentar bisa jadi kebakaran, tapi satu permintaan maaf juga bisa jadi alat pemadam. Sekarang tinggal kita sebagai penonton. Apakah permintaan maaf itu cukup, atau masih perlu klarifikasi lanjutan? Yang jelas, kita bisa tegas tanpa jadi kasar. Kita bisa bela harga diri tanpa kehilangan akal sehat. Karena kalau sudah rasis, itu bukan lagi fun war. Itu cuma bukti kalau sinyal otaknya lagi buffering. Sampai jumpa di pembahasan berikutnya, Sobat Mosa Story.